we are back. And looks like a normal city, doesn't it? Well, guess what? This is a graveyard for the Visigoths. We are going to end their pathetic story right here. Let's get right into it. There are three entry points that we have, which we need to defend, and we have access to a one barricade and of course a citadel, which we don't need to per se hold, but our general has set up shop over here. He's bought some Dogecoin, he's got some NFTs, he's a crypto bro, he's sitting right here in the citadel. We don't want him disturbed while everything just goes to the moon, but we are going to definitely man this barricade. A lot of Visigoths are going to meet their end at this terrible barricade. Let's look at their points of entry. There are two armies coming in. I've copy pasted the same army because both these generals are equally ugly, and of course they bring the same army, exact same composition, so yeah, whatever. So one of them is going to hurtle towards entry 1, other one is going to go towards entry 2. Entry 2 we will still have some time, so we'll keep a minimum screening force, whereas entry 1 is where we are going to start with our shenanigans. Let's see. The most dangerous troops which you're going to face as the Eastern Roman Empire from here till the end of the game are going to be Gothic warbands. This unit over here, be afraid, be very afraid. The Sassanids might bring things which, yeah, I will laugh at their faces. I don't have any counters to this particular unit. Probably till end game I won't, but guess what? They're not going to survive till the end game. Also, second priority will be pikes, because my infantry won't be able to fight very well against them. They can push into my infantry and just basically slaughter them. These two units are very dangerous, and therefore we will have to give them special attention. Special attention will be in the form of my 2 units of Sagittarii, which are going to be on the citadel and on the barricade. And when you're firing from the barricade, you have no reload time, so you fire continuously. And the fire is point blank and therefore 100% accurate. This is a barricade which is going to cause a lot of grief to the Visigoths, which is going to give me a lot of sunshine and a lot of joy. Next, as soon as they have entered into this fight, we are going to bring forward our cavalry, which is going to swoop around, take out their onager, and it's going to take out their Sagittarii, their bowmen, those pathetic bows that they have. We are going to take them out. Meanwhile, we are going to swing another cavalry around, which is going to hammer and anvil their general. The general is going to be, of course, top target, because we cannot survive too long while we are fighting with their Gothic warbands. As soon as we kill their general, that's it. It's GG for these early game units. They cannot stand up against powerful Roman units. As soon as their general is gone, their morale will collapse. If it doesn't, we are going to help them with some whistling shot and fire shot. We are going to help them just like a beautiful bald eagle helps an armadillo cross a road on the hot asphalt, one peg at a time. With this army gone, we are going to now move all of our assets towards the second entry point. This point is going to be health, whereas we are going to take special care that their general is again killed. Our cavalry is going to swing around and it is going to start attacking their infantry line, which is held in place by our infantry, while swooping down on their archers and making them run. This will ensure that the second army also runs. Our cavalry is going to start chasing down any and all survivors. The point is to get rid of the Visigoths as much as you can so that we can carry on in the next step. And that is going to give this glorious scene, faction destroyed, Visigoths. And guys literally want one thing, and it's disgusting. Ladies and gentlemen, lovers of war, traders of great renown, I, the Strategic Indian, bid you welcome to my channel, where our motto is think, practice thinking. If you like the content, please do not forget to like and subscribe. Also, leave a comment, which will greatly help with the almighty YouTube algorithm. Wars are expensive. Total wars are totally expensive. Therefore, if you would like to, then you can support my armies and cities via coffee or directly through PayPal. Links are in the description below. Other than a one-time donation, those entering the monthly membership tiers can have my heaven shaker armies named after themselves, and watch with pride as they blaze their way to glory. For the city builder in you, whole cities can be named after you, which will last the test of time herself. Thanks in advance for any and all support. Now, on with the show. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. We have an enormous total war right in front of us. We are going to start with the Visigoths, and we are going to make them vanish. Balkan front, this is the European theater, the most peaceful place on earth currently and always, and also in the future it will be, because the Byzantine Empire is never going to go away. The Eastern Roman Empire, Byzantine is said by peasants. So let's get right to it. Let's get to this great city, and we are going to restart from the end of the previous turn. So we are at war with everybody. That's a glorious scene that I like to look at. And we have, of course, betrayed a lot of friends. We have asked for a lot of wars that we are not going to join. We have done all the shenanigans. And all of these people are going to come for us because of all the cheese that we have stolen, all the thoughts that we have betrayed, and of course, for our yams. But we are not going to give them any yams. And we are going to take yams from them. We are in the business of taking yams, boys. So, of course, we entered into Tosp. That is a very important strategic city. And finally, let's go for the end turn. Here they go. Here comes the Visigoths. They always come for Tremontium, this gold mine place, because there is a gold mine. It's just not by miming it. There is a gold mine there. Thracia makes a lot of money. So we are definitely out of luck in terms of number, but we have a good strategy, and of course, we have a good general. We have the best general. So, as we said, they're going to come down from here. They also can come down from different parts. They can come down from all the way over there. Then it's actually much easier. It gets difficult when they all try to come in from entry 3. That's over there. So, yeah, let's hope they don't come through entry 3. They don't. They come in through entry 1 and possibly 2. So, let's begin our hiding of the Imperial Cavalry. So, we have 3 scout equities. One of them is half strength because, Eastern Rome was just having a lot of fun, I think. We are going to put 2 units outside of the barricade, because if they can come directly to the barricade, they're going to break it before I can donate all of my arrows to them. So we want a clean donation process, and we are going to put 1 unit in the rampart. We are going to keep those 2 units out there beyond the barricade. Those are the garrison, so those are the free troops. So they are going to be sacrificed. They will be used up. They will be heroically defending the city. We are, of course, going to use our main army in another sector to hold up the entry points 3, because the second army is going to come from that direction, so it might as well come through entry point 3. So always make sure that you have some holding forces. And we are going to put some units at entry point 2, and we're going to keep 1 unit under the watchtower. Our crypto bro, our Dogecoin buyer, this NFT buyer general is going to be in the citadel. Cohorts are going to be kept in such a manner that they can throw their projectiles at an angle. So the combatances are going to hold the Gothic warbands, and holding Gothic warbands is like holding hot coals in your hands. So yeah, that's just rip. Anyways, heroic defense, boys. That's the narrative. Narrative is heroic defense. We are doing heroic defense. Did I mention we are doing heroic defense? This is a heroic defense. All right. Everybody is here for a purpose. If they break the barricade, which they can, then we have 1 cohort unit and we have a general. That's it. We are counting on the fact that we are going to destroy them with the cohort units. Make sure you don't fire the projectiles of the cohorts unless you need to. Those are not very accurate. 1, and 2, they don't have any ammunition. They have just one of those things to throw. It's best if they throw them point blank. So we have, of course, the full Western Roman Empire playthrough. I'm going to continue with that one. I'm recording that as we speak. And we have moved the empire to a very stable place where there are actually no more threats. So that takes away this the spirit of daring do and this flair, and then the sunshine that I get from having quite a lot of risk to the system. So that will continue. Stay tuned for that. We completed the Ozymandian kingdom, which was Dawn of Man, and I will begin a vegan playing of making a vegan city. And as I said, my lawyer wants me to say that every time that I'm not a vegan, so don't think I'm making a vegan city because I'm a vegan. No. Well, if you're interested in Total War, you have the Eastern Rome and Western Rome. Let me know which other ones you would want a Total War on. Some are, of course, not possible to do without defeat. I mean, but it is possible to do Total War. I'm not afraid of Total War. I'm just afraid of not losing a single battle. Sometimes it's not possible. Because, yeah, you just have too many factions that you see in the beginning, or your armies are really bad. Anyways, we have kept 2 units of Sagittarii behind buildings so that they can fire at an arch. Always remember that if they are firing at an arch, they can hit your own troops, because your troops will have their backs towards your Sagittarii. So that firing at an arch is dangerous. Only when you're firing from a barricade with nobody in front of you, that's fine. Or if you have troops beyond the barricade who are facing the barricade, because then they have this shields up, then it's fine. Now, of course, with the modern Total Wars, it's absolutely hilarious that your units get a block chance overall. So you get 100% block chance, 130, 150, 190% block chance. Because goblins and ogres have that, because, yeah, vampires, Warhammer, 3 curses upon them. So in those cases, it doesn't matter where your troops are fighting. They have made the present state of Total War is something that, yeah, I can have a whole hour of lecture just on that. But we are not there. We are fighting the most dangerous Total War, which is Attila, and we are fighting the Eastern Rome, which is very, very good. Nobody else is doing that, of course, other than Cat, Total War Cat. He can do that. He's a great player. So here we are going to begin the firing, and right now you can notice there is no downtime, so we are firing continuously. So these spikes are already beginning to have a bad time. I've pressed K, I'm seeing the whole entire battlefield right in front of us. The fire is still a bit diffuse, naturally, because they are not at the barricade, but you want to start before they get to the barricade. We are now going to open up the cohorts for firing, because now these troops are point blank. Some of our Sagittarii might also get potentially maybe hit. But I want to help my Sagittarii. The less people are at the barricade, the better it is for me. Look at those javelins go in. Oh man, these javelins are so cruel, and I love it. This is for the boys. Our cohorts are just going for the boys. Look at them. They have their pili up and they are firing. Right now they are going to get sucked into a melee fight because these stupid pikes have come and they have stopped the show. But one of the pikes which came up to my barricades is already wavering. My Sagittarii are firing. I've tried to brought in those 2 units of half Sagittarii forward so that in case this guy runs out of ammunition, I can continue to fire. Our cohorts are not in testudo, so that's a bit dangerous, but if their horses charge me, they can't pull off a very good charge. That is because they have their own infantry holding them up. I'm going to open the units which are on the ramparts. They are now going to start to fire. So here goes our 2 people are continuing firing. I'm moving my half strength Sagittarii forward because We have right now got the Gothic warbands are at our barricade, boys. This is dangerous. Let's go. Precision shot for our boys. And I never ask them to fire at the unit which is at the barricade. So the guy which is firing, the Sagittaria which is firing from the barricade, should always fire away from the barricade, else they are going to hit your own boys. There we go. Let's go. Let's start putting our hidden assets out. Our cavalry is flying. The Imperial cavalry is now flying. We are going to split them up. We have got 3 cavalry units. One of them, which is half strength, is going to go for the onager because that doesn't require that much effort to take out. And 2 of them, which are full strength, are going to start going after their archers, because their archers are firing at our competency spears and at their backs. You can see our 2 competency spears are losing, and that is what I expect, because pikes are at them, and of course the Gothic bands. Be afraid. There's no two ways about saying this. Gothic warbands, I don't know why these hordes get them early game. If you're if you're not doing total war and not getting defeated, then it's fine, because yeah, Eastern Rome has got enough resources to beat these guys in the long run. But if you have to beat them in the first fight, there we go. You can see our cavalry is flying in the background. I'm going to pull back this unit of Sagittaria which is done firing, and we're going to load up the second unit of Sagittaria so that they can start firing on the barricade. So we'll check the health of the barricade. Okay, it's 100% broken. Let's pull back. We got them at the right point. We have to pull back everybody, and we are going to open our cohorts to fire, because one of our cohorts have been caught up by the cohorts. Their Gothic point has caught up to our Sagittarii, so that Sagittarii is going to get chewed up. I'm going to now start opening up our cohorts from fire up to firing. They are not obeying commands properly, so I'm going to do a full charge before they can enter, so that I can get a brief amount of charge bonus. It's not much. Cohorts don't get much of a charge bonus. Our horses are now going to start taking out their cavalry. I'll of course have to be careful of their cavalry coming up, and of course I have to be careful of their Gothic bands from the army number 2. Our cohorts which have engaged into our current onto their Gothic band is already losing. That is exactly what I said. Be afraid. There is nothing that we have on our roster, even at the late game, which can take on Gothic warbands. Even if you get late line infantry, I don't think Gothic warbands will be able to fight them. Of course, the only way to fight Gothic warbands is of course to get rid of Gothic warbands, which is by eliminating the Visigoths and the Ostrogoths. Ostrogoths, I will have a lot of memory, which I am going to partake on. A lot of sunshine that we're going to get, boys. We're going to put a very special trick for the Ostrogoths. But Ostrogoths also I am pretty afraid of because of these Gothic warbands. Our general is in. Come on, the Crypto Pro is in. He has bought his Dogecoins, and he needs to protect his Dogecoin, his long-term, his short-term investments. He's a day trader. He's shorting these nice large cap companies, because he believes that Microsoft is going to fall. He has bought this GameStop, this completely worthless nonsense, and he has invested heavily into it. He believes that that Microsoft is going to collapse tomorrow, and that is why he has gotten ahead and shorted Microsoft. So we don't understand why crypto bros do what they do. We just let them do what they do, so that we can get a lot of memes and laughter out of it. Finally, our cohorts and our general, through a miracle, has pushed back their Gothic warband. This I actually did not think. So here we have a lot of danger. Our horses are very close to their Gothic warband, which have started throwing their javelins. 4 curses on these Gothic warbands. Really dislike this unit. Okay, we are now going to move another unit of cohorts around so that they can fire their projectiles. I want them to fire projectiles before they can go and get into a melee. We are not able to bring our horses around yet. Our horses are busy. They are trying to take out the Sagittarii because I have to ensure that nobody from this army leaves. That's why I sent that weak unit of Sagittarii around to catch this Gothic levy, and as soon as it's below 10 units, we are going to turn them around, and that is all that we are waiting for. Our garrison units are not doing well, which is very dangerous, because if those garrison units are done, then the units of the first army will be able to come in and attack this entry point 2 from two directions. Entry point 2 is going to get assailed from the main army and also from the first army, which will be able to come through. So right now I'm seeing that yes, I have an option. Maybe I can move some of the horses, at least one division of horses I can move around. Others are going to be doing complete this is dangerous. The unit which was defending our general has begun to run. So we're going to move our tactical reserve, because I don't see a need of guarding entry point 3. Everybody is going towards entry point 2. Our cohorts which were from the garrison is running. We are bringing our horses in, boys. This is it. Horses are in. We are going to start firing on the general from the rampart. It's mission critical. We have to kill off their general. We have to kill off their general. At this point, most of their Gothic warbands from army number 1 is done, and the Gothic warbands actually have a weakness. That is, the weakness is that they can get charged very well. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to charge them. This is a bit bad for me because the tower and my own unit of Sagittarii, which is firing, is going to hit my own boss. So right now we have an opportunity. That general is alone. He has got one unit probably so of bodyguards with him. So now my general can try to attack their general from the back. So we are at entry point 2. Our Sagittarii are firing at an arc. We are holding them bare minimum because I want my cohorts to expend their ammunition before I let them go in. Right now we are going to charge their general. We charge their Gothic warband. Here we go. Our combatant's spear is about to give way, so he doesn't have much time. Our cohorts is throwing javelins, so some of our boys are going to get hit. So hero horses, the hero scout equities. So here goes our cohort going to charge, and our general is going to get into testudo and try to help. The second army is not doing as well, but of course the army which was attacking over there was their Gothic levy, so their pikes. We have yet to enter into the fighting with their Gothic levy. So second army's Gothic levy is still up. Our Sagittarii are firing for their lives. We are now going to throw in everybody. We don't have any chance. We have got one unit, a hero unit, which is fighting. There, we got him, boys. We got him. We got that general. First army's general is down. It won't affect that much the morale of the second army, but the first army is going to run. But it does help a little bit because we have got Sagittarii from the first army. There we go. They are breaking. Some of them are breaking. We have now got to swing around. All of our horses have to swing. Come on. No more mop up. We need to swing. Yeah, we need to do mop up. Oh, life is so hard. Life is so hard. We still need to do a mop up of the first army. I don't want that first army to live. Point is that we need to destroy the Visigoths this turn itself or in the next turn, and then what we need to go ahead and do, yeah, in the next turn, because the first turn has ended. First turn has ended, so turn 2 they cannot be allowed to live, and this army has to take all of its survivors and move towards the hero city of, what is the name of that? In the Balkans, where the Visigothics are going to come in. So yeah, names are difficult. Our horses are now coming around. Horses have got a lot of tasks for them. Task for one horse is to mop up. Second is to go for their archers, because I don't want their archers to destroy my line. We have got heroes which are coming back, so we'll throw them in because I need this tower up. Our tower is very close to capture, so I'll have to move as many troops as I can, especially Sagittarii which are without ammunition. They are going to move in and try to hold this fort. I'll try to do a charge because I actually needed both of my horses to charge into this infantry line, but all I have is one unit of charge, and that's all I can do. We are still losing the tower, so I'll throw in my my boys. Our Sagittarii are now going to go and try to stand under the tower so that we can hold this tower. The more we hold this tower, more is going to be casualties on their side. There we go. This is the full charge that we went ahead and did. I can't stay focused on it for too long because I need to. Yes, they are wavering. They are wavering. The second army is wavering, boys. And our home guard, so they are now still running full speed towards to help. There we go. We got a chain route going, boys. We have a chain route going. Chain route time. Our one unit of cavalry is did an excellent charge. So right now I don't see any moppable units. There is one unit which needs to be mop up. That's going to hold up my entire horse unit. 3 curses upon them. Let's move in everybody so that we can go ahead and completely encompass the second army. Their main unit has run. One of their Gothic levy is wavering. They are standing in the fight because the general is up. The general, 3 curses upon him, and I think there is. Yeah, the horses need to be pulled back because once they do the charge, they cannot be in melee. I have one single arrow left from my Sagittarii, so I think I'll swing it into whistling shot. Of course, whistling shot is bad because my own boys have very low morale and their morale is cracking because of my own whistling shot. But yeah, I have to make sure that these guys can stay in the battle. One of our Comitatency spear is going to go for that silly onager that they bought, and so that it doesn't start firing at our own cavalry. So I'm going to move my cavalry back because their Gothic levy, Gothic warband has turned around. So if that unit turns around, so always zoom in and see which side they're facing. If they're facing your horses, get your horses out of there. They are going to shred horses with their projectiles. We managed to recapture the tower, so that is excellent, and so therefore this tower will continue to fire. So what I did is I moved Sagittarii and other units which can't fight, but they can recapture the tower by standing under it. So these are little tricks that you get on this channel, and so therefore subscribe please. And we are now going to witness the destruction of the Sagittarii, of the Visigoths Sagittarii. Make sure you mop up, guys. This is a very difficult fight. This is a really difficult fight, and if they come through entry point 3, yeah, your life is much more difficult. Well, then it requires some additional memory. Then you set up a barricade on the passage, and then you can go ahead and get them. So we cleared out one full army. That's excellent. Look at this amount of sunshine that I can get, and the second army escapes because it's not possible to capture all of their horses. There we go. Let's watch this, boys, right through his neck. There goes Alaric. The sacker of Rome is dead. We got one stack of these silly Visigoths, but one of those stacks escaped. Now turn 1 is ending, so let's look at what goes on. Yeah, so these are people we are at war with. I don't think they'll be coming for us yet. Garamantians are passive, so that was a great breakthrough. So the Tanukids are a big problem faction because they are going to try to reach through this this thing. So that's why we have got one army at Emesa, so that they are lured into Emesa. But that will be for the next episode. All that is coming. First turn is still ending. I don't think there'll be any fights right now, unless the Sassanid Empire decides to jump at us at Tos Porbamida. No, they didn't, because they need to move their army into Nisibis. They can't exactly reach us to Tos Penamida, so next turn they will be fighting with us. Roxolanis, we didn't see them, so we don't have to declare war on them. Okay, so Ataulf is the guy who died. And of course, Alaric, sacker of Rome, also lies dead. He doesn't go to Rome. Western Rome won't thank us. They will thank us by sending a bunch of stupid armies towards us. I can see Abdanians have begun to declare war on Western Rome. Antians have started fighting the Bastarnians, which is fantastic because else the Bastarnians would come for us. These two guys are right next to each other and they start with a non-aggression pact. So Antians are going to become unreliable, but who cares about that? All I care about is that the Bastarnians shouldn't be coming to us, because they can come down and destroy the communal harmony of the Balkans. Now, of course, we are going to attack the Visigoths. They are going to try their trickery and try to survive by running away. You want to make sure that you attack them in such a way that you can go to Vinimansium. That is the whole point of the game. Make sure you get to Vinimansium. Get your butt to Mars, as it says in Total Recall. You have to get to Vinimansium because you can see the Iazigis are right there. They're right there. If you can't force march into Vinimansium, yeah, you're done. But of course, you can lose fights if you're not doing the challenges we are. But we have to get to Vinimansium with a force march. Anyways, who cares about that? I get to Vinimansium. I have destroyed the Visigoths. For the boys, we have done it. This is an excellent moment, the moment that we have all been waiting for. Let us thank the Visigoths for this beautiful trick. We get Appius gets some Appius Aurelius Abentinius AAA. A3 is going to get points. We are going to pull our taxes down because we were taxing them to the max. We have to now we have 44,000 gold, but I'll get into how we are going to spend the gold in the coming turns, so stay tuned for all of that. We are going to look at all of our boys and we are going to do all that movement. We have got champions over here which require to look around for us. Let's have a look. We are at war with everybody. The Visigoths are of course gone. I didn't click on the unit card which says that Visigoths are gone for a long time because there are so many things going on, but let's move towards that. Let's move towards this beautiful moment. Let's scroll, because I like to scroll down and do it individualistically so that it gives me more joy, more sunshine. Faction destroyed. Visigoths. Let's go and enjoy the sunshine. The amount of salt that we have found over here is going to drive down salt prices across the world, boys. This episode is done. Thank you for joining me, boys. Until the next time. This has been the Strategic Indian, signing out.